Stop talking shit or thinking shit about your ex, because it's a guarantee to backfire. And when it does, you're not gonna like it. In today's session, I'm going to reveal to you 5 ways with which it's going to backfire. Number 1, it reflects poorly on you. Number 2, prevents self-reflection and learning. Number 3, keeps you emotionally tied to the past. Number 4, reinforce negativity. Last but not least, number 5, distorts the past and blocks closure. I'm Coach Goldman, your relationship and breakup coach. And I really want to encourage you to stop it. Stop it. I know that it might give you a temporary relief to know that, to talk shit about them and remember all the bad stuff that they've done, because you don't want to remember them fondly. You're afraid that if you remember them fondly, you might want to get back together with them. And when you talk shit about them to others, which never do, or talk shit about them, think shit about them with yourself, it gives you a sense of relief. But it is a temporary relief. And like I said at the beginning of the video, it will backfire. When it does, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. Let's start with number 1, just for you to understand. And it's important for you to realize all these points because you got to heal. This is for your own sake, for your own healing. Your own healing. It's all about you. Number 1 is reflects poorly on you. While venting may feel good temporarily, in the long run, it will harm your reputation. Speaking negatively about your ex reflects poorly on you, potentially making others perceive you as bitter or immature. And they will, because you will talk about them and you will say, my ex is such a bad person, they did this, they did that. And other people will look at you, the people you're telling this to, and they will judge you. They will judge you. I know that you probably say to yourself, nah, I don't really see how they're going to judge me, but they will judge you for it. Even if it's a very good and close friend. The only person that will not judge you is a psychotherapist, a coach, somebody that is not emotionally involved and is not close to you, that it doesn't have vested emotions in the situation. So you don't want that. Now, this can harm your self-image and how friends or future partners view you, raising red flags about how you handle relationship challenges. Because when you talk shit about them to other people immediately correlate that this is the way you're going to speak about them behind their back in whatever situation. This is why people judge. This is just how we are, and accept it. So the first thing is it reflects on you. You don't want that. Number 2, it prevents self-reflection and learning. When you blame everything on your ex, and in your life, when you shift blame anything on someone else, you give them the power. When I say, I am not fit because in my house, my parents didn't buy healthy food, I blame them and I give them the power. And when I do that, there is no power left in me, for me, and that's it. Now I'm a victim of circumstances instead of choosing what you want to eat, doing the right thing, going to work out. I mean, there are many things, but I just really wanted to emphasize that for you, that once you blame, you actually just give the person voluntarily, you give them the power over the situation, whatever the situation might be, you just hand them the power. So when you blame everything on your ex, you miss the chance to reflect on your own role in the relationship and the breakup. Breakups offer important lessons for personal growth, but focusing too much on their faults prevents meaningful introspection and personal development. Because if you say it happened just because of them, they are the problem, you got nothing to work with. You need a problem to solve in order for you to elevate and become better, because if not, you will become bitter. So you need to take as much as responsibility, not blame. Shift the word blame to responsibility. Take full responsibility and as much responsibility as you possibly can in order for you to grow and evolve. If you don't, you leave them with all of the quote unquote shit. You don't take any with you, so you have nothing to work with. Number 3, keeps you emotionally tied to the past. Constant criticism or negative thoughts about your ex keeps you emotionally invested in the relationship. You keep on speaking about it, you keep remembering it, and when you remember it, you are just reliving it, constantly reliving it, and it's not healthy for you when you do that. You need to let it die. You must let it die. And I think, in a few days here, I live in Tulum, Mexico, and it's the Day of the Dead here. And I don't know if you know the Day of the Dead here in Mexico, how it goes, but what happens here is people go to the cemetery to visit their loved one, to remember them. And when they remember them, they say that their soul is coming back to the grave, and you can celebrate with your loved ones. This is how it goes. So when you keep people in your mind, you keep them alive, their energy alive. This is what I want to say. It keeps their energy alive. The soul is still there when you keep on remembering the person. When you keep on giving them energy and mental space, they are still alive. As far as you're concerned, they are still alive. So don't do this. Let them die. That's all right. And I made actually a video about a healing method that I've created, which called bury the past. Act as if your ex is dead and bury the past. Create a tombstone, a eulogy, a funeral, all of that. Make sure you watch this video because it will really help you to put bygones be bygones. You let bygones be bygones, and you will be able to bury the past and heal. Now, instead of focusing on healing and moving forward, you stay anchored to the past, prolonging your emotional attachment. Bashing your ex keeps you in a negative emotional state, making it harder for you to process your feelings in a healthy way. Healing is require letting go of resentment and focusing on your own growth and healing. When you talk shit about your ex, what's happened? You talk shit about them, and then you are in the emotional residue of anger. When your brain stops processing the anger towards them in a form of thoughts, remembering all the bad stuff, etc., what happens? You are staying in the emotional residue of anger, and then your brain search for a new thought. After you regurgitated the thought about your ex so much, your brain says enough with this one, and it moves to the next problem, to the next person. The next person will always be you. Always be you. And then you start being angry about yourself. Why I did this, why I didn't do that, I couldn't see the signs, whatever it might be. Then you start bashing yourself. This is why I'm telling you, don't bash them, because eventually you'll bash yourself. Nothing positive will come out of it. Number 4, reinforces negativity. Like I think I just explained it beautifully, because dwelling on negative thoughts or talking badly about your ex breeds more anger, resentment, and bitterness. This creates toxic emotional environment, make it harder to find peace and acceptance, and it spills over into all other areas of your life, affecting your mood and future relationships. This is why when you are accepting the breakup, accept that your ex did whatever they did, and you say, I accept it lovingly. What will happen? You accept them lovingly and whatever they've done, because you forgive them for you, not for them. Then you forgive yourself for you, not for them. Then you accept yourself for you, not for them. Then you are healing for you, not for them. Then all of your future relationship will be amazing for you, not for anyone else. So make sure you do the work. Make sure you just do the work. And if you need help with doing the work, I highly recommend you to sign up for my online healing coaching program, The Rise of the Phoenix. I created a step-by-step system for you. It's easy to go through. It will take your mind off your ex and back onto yourself, and you will heal so beautifully and correctly that you don't even feel the need to talk about them. Nothing, nada, nothing. And if you need my one-on-one help, all the links in the description below. You can book a call with me or join my online healing community, The Rise of the Phoenix on Facebook. Whatever you need, we got paid resources for you and free resources. Whatever you need is available for you. And by the way, just one more second. If you cannot afford the Rise of the Phoenix, we can give it to you for free. And I'm saying that because I get some messages from you guys that cannot afford it. And by the way, I dropped the price for a limited amount of time for $37. If you cannot afford $37, email me, tell me your situation, and we will consider giving it to you for free. But if you can afford it, $37 for your healing, just do it for yourself, man or woman. All right. Now, number 5, last but not least, it distorts the past and blocks closure. Constantly bashing your ex can distort and will distort your view of relationships, casting you as the victim and them as the villain. This false narrative keeps you from achieving healthy closure and moving on, as true closure requires acceptance and self-reflection. This is why you need to do the work in order for you to get to the place of acceptance after many reflections that you've conducted with yourself. This is how you heal, this is how you grow, and this is how you move on. In conclusion, bashing your ex after a breakup keeps you trapped in a negative emotion and prevents you from moving on. You. Focus on yourself, my friend. Focus on your self-compassion, reflection, and personal growth. This will help you heal more effectively and prepare you for healthier future relationships. With that said, you guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. Whatever you need, I got the answers for you. All the links in the description below. I love you, send you healing, and I will see you again in my next video. Take care.